Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you for returning back to the channel. The following video that you are about to watch alongside with me is extremely disturbing, extremely disgusting, extremely just unjustified. Like the actions that were taken in this video, it did not have to go to this type of level. Now, this is me actually reacting to this footage. This is unedited. This video was sent to me by a friend of mine on Facebook who goes by the name Lexi. So, thank you for sharing this video. And I told you that I would put this on my YouTube channel. So, this is the actual video right here, Lexi. Now, the person behind the camera who is responsible for capturing this video is Lou Lopez Jr. So shout outs to him for being a good Samaritan, recording this, posting it on social media, telling people to share it and everything like that, because his intentions were to get the word out to the public that this is still going on, no matter what the situation is. So, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, we have peaceful protesters. Now, these peaceful protesters are out after hours of the curfew, but they're peacefully protesting, marching in the streets. They're not vandalizing buildings and businesses. We're not spray painting things. We're not, opening up fire hydrants and destroying vehicles or anything like that. We're just peacefully marching, gathering in a large crowd. And the police are here and they're being extremely violent, extremely aggressive. Now, a situation happens and it is caught on camera while he is recording. So, these following officers, we don't know their names or their badges number, but making this video public here, it will do some justice. I think it will strongly do some justice. So, I urge you guys, if you are watching this video right now, hit that share button, drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe to my channel. There will be other videos just like this one on the channel with me reacting to the situation or me giving my general opinion to what's happening in the real world out here, because this is a moment where we all have to open up our eyes. This is reality and it's happening, and it's just unfair. It's super unfair. So I'm going to play the following video. If you are very sensitive to what's happening right now, I suggest you stop my video right here and don't continue to watch it. So I will allow you guys a couple seconds to decide if you want to sit here and watch this. All right. So let's get into it. As I said, this is the best of the quality that I can provide you guys with. So here we go.
Oh shit, they just beat the shit out of somebody. They just beat the shit. They almost beat my ass too.
Peaceful protest! Peaceful protest! We stand together! Peaceful protest! We stand together!
Man, son, they just beat everybody ass just now, son. Man, nigga dead. He dead hit me in my back too. Oh shit.
Now, I'm not sure if you just heard that in the background, but just now you can hear a policeman saying, "Get out of the car," and this policeman is slapping the car with a baton. Now, this is also known as the nightstick. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to tell you that these cops are armed to the teeth now. They have been reinforced. They have suits of armor. They have riot shields. They have the spit guard mask. They have pepper spray. They have exchanged their cartridges with rubber bullets instead of real bullets. But let me tell you something. These batons, they shatter and break bones, ladies and gentlemen. These things are not made out of plastic. They are beating people with these batons. You will get black and blue. You will have bruises. You will be bleeding. It is not soft. It is not made out of plush or anything like that. It is a hard, solid material. that has the capabilities of shattering bones and breaking them beyond repair. Now, rubber bullets, they hurt. I'm not going to lie to you guys. These things hurt. If you ever thought about getting shot with a paintball gun, that is probably the closest reference that I can make right now. Paintball guns, you feel that a little bit, depending on where you are getting shot at in your body and how close or how far away the range is when the weapon is being fired. So these guys are not taking anything. They do not care that you are out there peacefully protesting. They are using excessive force now. They have permission to use it. They have backup because there is SWAT out there, there's army out there, there are policemen on horses, which is kind of crazy, but you can see people getting trampled by a horse. You do not want to be underneath a horse's hoof, ladies and gentlemen. So I am just suggesting that use your social media powers to the best of your abilities. If you have to go out there during the day, make all your trips during the day because these curfews are in set. And if you are out there, then you are endangering yourself. Now, some people may say, well, taking a beating and standing up for something that I believe in is what I'm going to do. That is an option. But for me, and for children, I don't want to come home to, for an example, I don't want to come home to my kids and show them that I stood out there and I got my ass beat, for standing for something, but I was out there not doing anything of criminal activity. I was just supporting a movement, supporting a cause, letting my voice be heard, and yet I came home with broken limbs and a black eye. You know what I'm saying? This is just me voicing my opinion. You guys can let me know what you think, honestly, in the comment section. Let's get back into the video. So here's the car right here in the background. There is a male and a female in there of African American descent, and they have been wrongfully pulled out of their cars and beaten with these nightsticks.
Hey, hey, hey.
Now, as you guys can see, everybody's starting to gather around in this circle. Now, the male is driving the car and he was essentially rolling down the window and about to open the door to get out of the car. He's not in one motion trying to resist anything. He's willing to get out of the car. He sees all the attention that's coming to him and he's not trying to, I'm not going to roll down my window. I'm not getting out of my car. No, he's listening. But why do they need to get excessive? Why do they need to be this aggressive? Why did they need to approach the car with so many people? Look at all of these cops right here. You have some in plain clothing known as the DTs, and then you have your local guys in the black and in the blue.
Hey, 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 don't do that. Wait, don't do that.
Dragging him by the collar of his shirt, and then he's going to be thrown to the ground.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Yo, they...
Several men to take him down when he's not resisting. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 people taking down one guy. Now this male here, he's not of a heavy body set build. He's a slim guy. He's not doing anything. Why did it take more than one person to restrain him? He's not fighting back. He's not doing anything. Now their car is in the middle of a cross section. Maybe that's why they felt the need to, make a scene, the cops, because they didn't want people, out in the streets. Everybody's supposed to be home. Cars are not supposed to be out or anything.
You're wilding right now, son. Hey, what the fuck? Hey.
Dragging him, and one arm is in the what we call the chicken wing position, where This arm is folded all the way back behind him, and it's not supposed to go that far. Now, there you have the female with a backpack on, and she is dragged out of the cart as well and thrown to the ground. Now, first off, this is something that your mama teaches you when you are a child. You don't ever put your hands on a woman. It it just doesn't matter. Now, in most cases, you're gonna have people that say, well, there is a few select women out there that, they have the balls to, try to stand up to a man, and sometimes they need to get their asses beat. No, you still are not supposed to put your hands on a female. It does not matter. It just does not matter. She's not doing anything either. You yoked her up for no reason, threw her on the ground. You threw him on the ground, had him in a chicken wing position.
Y'all on camera. Y'all gonna make it worse. Y'all gonna make it worse. Hey, come on. You alright? Yo, y'all gonna make it fucking worse. Yo, kick his face. Tell him to stop hitting people. Damn, son.
And you can hear Lou. You can hear Lou telling them, listen, you're on camera. You guys should stop. And they just honestly don't give a shit about them recording. They don't care anymore. These cops, they're just flat out reacting and not caring that there are a crowd of 100 plus people recording their actions. So these guys that are here, that are supposed to be protecting and serving their country, they're just flat out for war and out for blood at this point. They don't care, ladies and gentlemen. They do not care. So with seeing that, you should be saying to yourselves, I'm going to stay in because I don't want to die. I don't want to be bruised. I don't want to be in the hospital. I don't want to get myself hurt. Protest during the day, peaceful. It's nice outside. At nighttime, go home. Stay indoors.
Oh my God. I'm peaceful. Yeah, the cops had enough. Peaceful. Oh, huh? I gotta be there. All right. We're going this way.
And there you have it, folks. That is the end of the video. As you guys can see, extremely violent, extremely aggressive. They do not care that they are being filmed. At this point, like Lou said in the video, the cops have had it, and they just flat out don't give a shit about any of us anymore. All colors were out there tonight, not just blacks, not just whites, all colors. This is Manhattan. This is New York City. East side, west side, you have whites, you have blacks, you have Asians, Puerto Rican, Dominicans, you have motherland out there as well, Africa, Jamaica, and this is crazy. This is crazy that this is our reality that we are living in right now. This movement, the rioting, the looting, it's beyond the levels of understanding right now. And for me to just see this and try to process it and even talk about it here in this video, it really makes me emotional, you know? But I'm just glad that, you know, he wasn't hurt behind the camera because those policemen kept stepping closer and closer to him, telling him to get on the sidewalk. You know, I would rather want to stay in the street because there's a lot of activity going on in that sidewalk. It's like you are initially telling me to stay on the sidewalk so I can get my ass beat over there because you had another person being pushed up against the wall and another chicken wing situation. When you have your arms behind your back, they're not supposed to bring it up past the extension. They're not supposed to do that. Because you know what that is? As I said, that's chicken wing. You're breaking us. We're human. Our arms are not supposed to go past the extension rate. So for them to do that and try to slap cuffs on you at the same exact time while pressing their body weight up against you and everything like that, it's extreme force. It's excessive. It's not necessary. People aren't fighting back. People are just protesting. People want to be heard. People want justice. People want change. And this is what the cops want. Our protecting servers of our country. This is what they want. They want war between us. They're hoping that we are going to return the next day to riot again, to peacefully protest because they're looking. They have freaking smiles on their faces while people are recording them. They just don't give a shit anymore. They do not. There are a few good ones out there. And to those good policemen out there, I thank you for your services. But your fellow comrades, something is extremely wrong with them. They need some therapy. They need some help. They need the Lord. They need the Bible. They need some milk. I don't know what will help these people out there, but something is wrong. The green eye monster, he's real. The devil, he's just as real, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know how this city, this great United States that we call home, is going to ever overcome what 2020 has endured. We do not know what is in store for 2021, ladies and gentlemen, but I am ready to move on to the next year already. 2020 has been extremely painful to just be living at this time. We've been quarantined, we had extreme weather conditions, and then now we are losing lives. On top of that, just President Trump. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to get into, excessive details about him, but as I said, we got to deal with all of this. And it's just too much. It is just way too much. Once again, in the comments section, let me know your thoughts. There is a share button on my video. Please post it on your social media pages so people can be well aware of the situation and spread it. Feel free to use your social medias. That is the best way to get your voices and stuff out there. Now, if you are going to head outside and you're not going to listen to what I'm saying, all I'm asking is that you be peaceful as possible and don't get yourself hurt. If you have children, think about your children. Also, children, you got to sit down and be able to, allow your parents to talk about these situations because your school systems, they're not going to have these in the books, you know? Like earlier today, I seen Nickelodeon was off air for at least maybe 8 minutes and a couple minutes and change. Now, there were people that were overreacting to the situation, but in my honest opinion, I think it is smart to alert the children because they are the next generation. After us, it's going to be them and their children, and they're going to have to pass along this information that we are supposed to pass along to them, and they're going to pass it to their children, and their children's going to pass it along, and that's how it's supposed to be. If we don't teach them while they're young, when they're old, they're not going to understand it. It's going to take them a while to process it, you know? So Yeah, with that being said, guys, I am sorry if I have disturbed your evening, your morning, or your afternoon with this video, but it needs to be out there. It needs to be shared. And these officers in every single state, they need to be stopped and brought to justice. Extreme justice. No, no parole, no anything. Put them in the deepest hole in the ground and throw away the key because this is not right. Black lives matter, all lives matter, but right now, black lives, I think they matter the most to me, in my opinion. As I did say, all lives matter. People are, supposed to be entitled to second chances, but these guys here, they are destroying black lives. That's why people are posting about black lives. Nobody's saying that, oh, the rest of the world doesn't matter. It's just this situation right now with another black person being beaten, being choked out to death on scene and dying is just not right. And we have proof because we are going back years and years with this same situation of over policing. Trayvon Martin, Eric Gardner. There's so many names I can mention right now, but I will have to pull them up from my list because I've written down some names. But when you think about situations and everything like that, going back at least 6 or 7 years, maybe even beyond that, a lot of African American, aka black lives, have been lost due to over policing and stuff like that. So yes, black lives does matter. And at this time right now, I think they matter the most to me, in my honest opinion. But if you feel differently, that is the reason why the comment section is open. I do ask that you kind of curve your language a little bit because we do have children that are under the age of 18 on my channel. Most of these people here are for gaming, with Roblox. We have a few here for sports and TV, and we have a few people here for general topic stuff that it's trending and everything like that. This channel is for everything and literally anything. So there is a reason to hit that subscriber button, guys. I'll catch you all in the next one.